The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Well, we're on the way. Well, at 6'6", and with that sort of a physique, Jim, Daniel van Bouten was only ever going to be a monstrous centre-half, wasn't he?
Yeah, and a very good one at that. The first Belgian, I believe, to become a European champion at club level.
Yes, he was, and to do that, you've got to be pretty handy.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And the keeper beats it away. And now they can spring out of defence. He's in plenty of space here. And this is Xavi Alonso! It's there!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
So smooth, a signature finish.
Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
Manchester United are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Knocks it out wide. Cross flung in towards the middle.
That's good defensive concentration.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Neymar.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Chiellini. And it's Roberto Carlos. Zanetti. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. And it's Dembele. Now Neymar. Passing is crisp and sharp. Little pass back. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Oh, good climb! And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Madrid very much in the ascendancy and with a goal to their name. Oh no, this does not look good. Look at the space here. That's good defending, very good defending. Rijkaard. Roberto Carlos. Rijkaard. Xavi Alonso is always scanning the pitch for targets. Bale running with the ball. Nesta defending his corner stubbornly. It's Bale! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Mateus. And here's Zola. He's found Zola! He's got a goal! Manchester United are back on level terms. Smiles broad and beautiful. That is a cracking hit.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
Manchester United restore parity.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Zola. Neymar is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. And it's Dembele. And here's Neymar. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Zola. Referee's given a throw. Nesta. Now it's Dembele. Neymar. Rijkaard. He won't be happy with that one. Zanetti. And here's Bale. And it's Van Bouten. Dembele. And the shot! And it's in! And they've got their lead back. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, the keeper's clearly not happy, Peter. The least his defence could have done was go to the danger, and that was decidedly lacking.
Madrid with the lead. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. And this is Eto'o. No, he's not going to get any further than that. Chiellini did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. That's a sharp pass. This is a promising build-up. And it's Ibrahimovic. No way through. Oh, good-looking ball. And he's chosen to go back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
Plays a sharp little ball here. It's Eto'o! It is a fantastic goal! About as smooth as it gets. They're level in a trice.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
He hit that like he meant. And the whistle goes for half-time. Madrid are finally getting a much-needed break. It's been absolutely breathless stuff so far. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, it's been played at such a frenetic pace. I'm amazed it's only been 45 minutes. I'm wondering whether these players are going to be able to maintain that energy.
Well, it has been a high-octane first half, full of action, both sides with 2 goals going in at half-time. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Madrid clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Rijkaard. And Neymar. Neymar. Nice bit of trickery. Mateus. Now it's Eto'o. That is a great pick out. That is good alertness. Zanetti. More and more pressure on the ball here. Roberto Carlos is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Xavi Alonso looking to add to his goal. Bale. Now Neymar. He's in a great position here. Good read, needed to be. Can he get on the end of this? Eto'o is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And here's Neymar. And it's Neymar. Oh, he's having a go! Neymar! This boy is showbiz! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Into the lead once more. Beautiful, just beautiful. The joy of the moment.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
And yes, it's him again. Ibrahimovic! Wonderful from Ibrahimovic! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. It is compelling, this, utterly compelling.
Such a big goal, Peter, just when the opposition...
It's Bale! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Ronaldinho will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
Number 77, Del Piero. Number 6, Ronaldinho. Number 24, Pedri.
And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Neymar on a hat-trick. What do you think that'll mean to him, Jim?
Well, I think it'll mean a huge amount to him. The way he's been playing, I fully expect him to turn his 2 goals into 3. His appetite has been brilliant, and he totally merits a 3rd.
He looks a really hungry player right now. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. There could be trouble here. Shapes to shoot! Goal! Manchester United! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! And that is a genuine ground-eat-me-up moment.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Manchester United have their lead.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
That has ended up in no man's land.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
That's a good ball. Del Piero has been caught there, it's a foul. Xavi Alonso did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process. So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. 2 fresh faces and both in the front line.
It's a bold move. The manager's made his intentions pretty clear. He's going for this.
Oh, a very decent attempt. Now he's got space here. Well read, nice interception. Just eases him off the ball. Madrid now in a position of desperate urgency.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
Well, that's a booking, always looked it.
Yeah, we guessed that this scenario could take place because he's up against pace.
Comfortable claim for the keeper.
Ronaldinho has totally shown his greedy streak, and the boss is not happy, I can tell you.
Aimed beyond the defence. Yamal. Couldn't squeeze it through.
Madrid really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Tries to play it through.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Maldini. He has found the way through. And here's Mbappe. Xavi Alonso.
Added minute has been indicated.
Time added on 4 minutes. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Shot at goal. And there's a goal. We thought they were done, but never say never. Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Back to parity, and there's barely any time left.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now, the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
Stood up well to him there.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And that's that. Magic. What a magical football match. And genuine respect all round. Neymar, voted man of the match and deserved. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So we're up and running.
There's Lamine Yamal, Peter, the latest Spanish superstar. I'd like to see him get a lot of freedom on that right wing.
And is that his best position?
I'd say so, Peter. With him being left-footed, he can cut inside, but he's such an all-round threat. He has that blistering pace that he can use to beat the best defenders. And it's very difficult to stop him once he starts linking up with others, once he's made that inside run.
He's being urged to shoot. Valverde. Now it's Yamal. Yamal powering forward here. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Valverde was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Aubameyang. And they're back on the ball again. Incoming delivery. Neymar! Oh, it's hit the post. And he thumps it clear. Alonso. Rijkaard. Over to the right flank. It's Bale! Oh, that was no routine save.
Bale really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Well, it has been just one side doing all of the early probing.
Well, they've made all the inroads and their confidence is taking on a growth spurt.
Roberto Carlos. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
So we're still where we started right now. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And he's heaved it away. Bale has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. He's got away. Rijkaard.
Madrid are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
Valverde. Yamal. Aimed beyond the defence. Neymar. Valverde. And Yamal. And here's Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And it's Rodri. Dembele. And this is Bale. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Bale showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Yamal. Taken off it pretty forcefully. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And he's picked it up out wide. Rijkaard. Xavi Alonso. Now there's a fine ball. Messi.
Madrid have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
It's a good spell of possession, this. Roberto Carlos picks it up out wide. Aubameyang finds himself offside. And here's Dembele. Lovely passing, lovely. Dembele! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Reinders. And it's Messi. Van Bouten. Xavi Alonso. And the counter is on. Dembele. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Van Dijk. Messi. Oh, they can break here. Now it's Mbappe. Camavinga. And we've reached half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Solid. Very solid, actually, Peter. They haven't made much of an impression at the other end, but defensively I think they've got an awful lot right, completely nullifying their opponents. Now they just need to focus on getting a little more creative.
So at the halfway stage, we still have deadlock, the score 0-0. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
Madrid clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Shoots! And he's there to get it away. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Rodri. Now it's Bale. It's a searching pass. Oh, it's come loose. Bale unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Bale. It's a promising position. Goalless still. Neither side really getting onto the front foot. Knocks it out wide. Now it's Aubameyang. Zanetti. Bale! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. No way through, so back it comes. Zanetti. Bale! Went with his head but couldn't steer it in. And he's chosen to go back. Messi is always looking to break lines. And it's Messi. Can he get on the end of this? And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And he's quick to return it. Oh, nice one too, very nice. Dembele, terrific effort!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Rijkaard.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And here's Neymar.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Yamal. Eder Militao. Jimenez. And it's Van Dijk. Oh, that pass isn't the best.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Nicely weighted ball. And it's Xabi Alonso. Oh, good spread. Back where it came from.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Eder Militao picks it up now. Valverde. Madrid needed that. They really needed it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Madrid are making a change now.
Pretty robust defending.
Nicked it back promptly. Oh, well measured. This looks promising. Shot a goal! And he should have made them pay.
Mbappe has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that. Well, the crowd's impatience is an indicator that they haven't quite given up on a goal just yet.
And he's in on goal. Nicely spread. Zanetti is flagged offside.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Now it's Yamal. Messi gets a good foot in there. Now, what about a counter-attack? Nice-looking ball. Neymar. Reinders. For Messi. That's a foul, no two ways about it. And he has shown him a yellow card. So just one extra minute for stoppages. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Camavinga. Oh, that's fabulous. All hands on deck for this one. Reinders plays it short. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. I think they're done. They are done. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So it's down to business here.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter.
Oh, they could be caught out here. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Thibaut Courtois. He's a huge presence between the sticks, and that's not just because he's 6'6", Peter. He's got great reflexes, wonderful positioning, and he's a strong defensive leader. I think opposition defences will also need to watch out for his long throws. They're quick, they're accurate, and a source of many a good counter-attack.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Now it's Pelé, Messi, Neymar, Roberto Carlos. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. He won't be happy with that one. And here's Dembele. Aimed beyond the defence. Goal kick. No, I stand corrected, it's a corner. Madrid with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Kante deals with that comfortably. And he's gone direct here. Well timed, excellent interception. Neymar. Zanetti. Another pass, just keeps it ticking over.
Oh, look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully, a football match will break out soon.
Tries to pass it through. And Aubameyang! That was superb goalkeeping.
Aubameyang is offering a wry smile there.
It's their second corner of the game. Messi attempts a clearance. Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. He's dribbled past his man here. He is just caressing the ball. Neymar! Matheus Cunha is a player who's always giving defenders headaches. Passing is crisp and sharp. And it's Zanetti. Neymar. Matheus Cunha. Now it's Batistuta. Matheus Cunha. Arsenal are a team that's fond of the low block. They sure defend in numbers.
Yeah, the whole point being to go back to front as quickly as possible, Peter. Of course, once the ball has been won.
Yeah, ball's over the top, long diagonals, that's the plan. Can he get it through? And this is Kante. Chiellini did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now it's Aubameyang. Knocks it out wide. Conte. Plays a sharp little ball here. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Oh, that's superb. Pelé! Goal! Arsenal! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
Arsenal have taken the lead.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
It's a pretty loose pass. Tries from distance. And he was there to get a vital touch.
Mateus Cunha really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Messi. Looking to play him in.
Madrid certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Oh, this looks sharp.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and
Oh, good effort!
well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
It is a corner. Towering header! And it's in! And they're threatening to fly away here. It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Arsenal are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be...
And the shot! Well, the finish certainly didn't match the... And the referee says that is that for the first half.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already established.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. So straight into the second half.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Dembele. Now it's Aubameyang. It's Xabi Alonso. And it's Rijkaard. Pele. Now it's Pele. Pele running with the ball. And Batistuta! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Corner number 2 then. And now a sudden chance to counter. Akanji gets over and intercepts. Now it's Messi, looking to pass their way up the pitch. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he?
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Great vision. Good ball, good take. Oh, shooting chance! Well taken goal. Just one in it now. The game takes on a whole new complexion. Complete awareness. He understood what was needed and he executed it smoothly.
Well, that pretty much works out as a gift due to the space he was afforded in the box.
Just one in it now.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Cafu. Messi pinches it off him. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Oh, easy pickings there. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
There's the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. That could spell trouble. Shapes to shoot! Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
Substitution for Arsenal.
Corner number 3 coming up.
Number 23, Matthias Cunha.
And it's hoisted clear.
Number 21, Olise. Number 20, Del Piero.
And now they can spring out of defence. And here's Haaland. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Neymar. Madrid perhaps contemplating their next... Well, that's pretty clear, it is a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former in that position.
This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. And this is a great chance to get themselves back square. Bale! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Roberto Carlos is one whose deliveries we all know about. And here's Yamal.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Now, can they get him away? And it's been played through. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. And it's Neymar. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Great chance here from position A1. Great chance here to level it up. Bale! The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Well, whatever it is, Peter, it needs to be drastic and quick. Maybe the late show. I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Bale knocks it into space. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Now it's Olise. Played out wide. Cafu threads one in. And he welcomes it in. Neymar. That is good. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that was intense, an enjoyable contest that either could easily have won. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So it's down to business here.
Andrei Shevchenko has to be the greatest player to emerge from the former Eastern Bloc.
Yeah, he is the name, isn't he?
Well, when you think he terrorises Europe's best defenders by doing the most beautiful work in the beautiful game, and we're talking goal machine.
Roberto Carlos. Bale. Bale, there he goes. He's had a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Knocks it into space. Van Bouten promptly onto that, and that is that. Roberto Carlos. Neymar. Rijkaard. And it's Xavi Alonso. Zanetti. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Shevchenko absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Oh no, what has happened here? He has found the... Mbappe! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Xavi Alonso. So what can they make of this? Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Neymar. Rafael Varane. And here's Aubameyang. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle. And we have the first chance from a dead ball situation. Bale! Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
And there's green grass ahead of him. Van Bouten deals with that comfortably. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Chance! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world. Madrid do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Well, it's a tried and tested formula, OK, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
Chiellini. Madrid do have a chance to counter here. Rijkaard.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Approaching the half-hour mark. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Shevchenko is, of course, well known for his dancing feet. And there's the shot! Too close for comfort. Pressing high and with purpose. Zanetti. That's a cute ball. Well timed, excellent interception. Neymar has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight. Cafu. That's Rijkaard. He won't be happy with that one. Neymar. Rijkaard. Zanetti. Nice sequence of passes, this. Still waiting for the first breakthrough, but not for the want of trying.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they...
Bullish header! And he should have made them pay.
Well, you have to say how clever the pass was. It caught the defence off guard because of the disguise on it, and it makes it all the more disappointing that he didn't top it off with a finish.
Roberto Carlos spots it and intercepts. And that's a good-looking ball. Cannavaro. And he's been shifted off it. Good ball, good take. Xavi Alonso. Searching pass he's played there. Rijkaard. Xavi Alonso. And here's Bale. And he's decided to go for it. Oh, full marks for that effort.
Yep, certainly could have been something so much more.
Oh, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Neymar. And the referee has blown for half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. And we are up to the break.
Madrid certainly have plenty of positives to take from that first half, especially the way they were able to turn it on in the last few minutes. I can see them coming out with more menace, more meaningfulness after the break, as momentum is definitely with them now.
Well, generally speaking, an entertaining half. Lack of goals a notable thing, but that's not to say it hasn't been very watchable. So straight into the second half.
Madrid clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
And here's Bale. Rijkaard. And it's Neymar. Oh, well played, well sorted out.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Rafael Varane.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Well read, nice interception. Rijkaard. Oh, cracking ball. 0-0 still. It's a game that needs a bit of life injected. Mbappe. Timber. Mbappe! He's shifting through the gears here. Neymar. More and more pressure on the ball here. And it's Bale. And the pass is intercepted. Shevchenko going after that. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Almost an hour gone. And he's played it back. And it's Timber. Passing nice and neat. No, didn't quite have the weight on it. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Short changes him with that pass. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. And he has shown him a yellow card. Best. No way through. Rijkaard. For Xavi Alonso. And it's Bale. Played out towards the right wing. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Atalanta clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Aubameyang. Dembele. Xavi Alonso. Foot in.
Variety is the spice of footballing life too. They need to alter their approach and start shifting this ball out wide.
Cannavaro does really well to win the ball there. It's a pretty loose pass. Tries to play it through. Oh, he's bustling. And Aubameyang! Oh, what has happened here?
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. So a double change here, and both changes are offensive.
Yeah, and it looks like quite a shake-up to the front line. Interesting, we'll see how it develops.
And it's Bale. Cafu. Salah. And they are prompt with their pressing. The referee's awarded a free kick. Pass just lacking in accuracy. The ball has bounced loose now. And it's Salah. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Zanetti gets across to intercept that. Now it's Mbappe. Zanetti. Rijkaard. Threads one in. Rashford. Rashford with the cross.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Great vision. Oh, played right into his path. Takes a shot! Incredible! Just incredible! Oh, is this it? Have they won it? And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 20.
So we have further activity on the bench here. Change being made here, presumably to tighten their defence.
Yeah, and that's...
Chance for a shot! Now, who's going to be first to this?
Madrid really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Habrá 2 minutos de descuento.
And he plays one through. Just to keep Mohamed Salah! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
We are into stoppage time. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And time is up. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. We're up and running then. Well, now here is a young man who really does seem to have the whole world at his feet. Lamine Yamal, a player of barely matched potential and indeed of barely matched expectation.
And the inevitable comparisons that go along with that, Peter.
And are those comparisons justified?
Well, from what I've seen of him so far, very much so. There's pace and great technique, but the most outstanding quality about him is his maturity, especially when it comes to making the right decisions. That
Takes a shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, what has happened here? It's a sweeping cross. Valverde. Tries a measured ball. Oh, well played, well played. João Neves. Spread it left. Vinicius Junior receives it in a wide position. Strong running down that left flank. Now it's Bale. Now it's Aubameyang. And he's there to make the challenge. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Caicedo. And here's Valverde. Yamal. Not the most convincing of passes. Well, that has not gone well. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. That's an imaginative pass. Pau Kubasi gets across to intercept that. Still goalless at the moment. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Can he get on the end of this? And he's managed to get free. Neymar is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Madrid do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Well, it's a tried and tested formula, OK, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
Valverde. Can he get it through? Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. And Koundé. Yamal. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Aubameyang. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Picked out brilliantly. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Rijkaard. And that's really well manoeuvred. Bale gets flagged offside. Kubasi. Raya. And no, that was never going to make it. And it's Valverde. Caicedo. And Yamal. Yamal carries the ball down the right. That's a decent clearance. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Xavi Alonso. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Caicedo. Yamal. Dembele. He won't be happy with that one. Vinicius Junior. Valverde. Caicedo. And the whistle goes for half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings.
Se fue de
Where do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, I think from the manager's viewpoint, Peter, he'll be demanding more from his team during the break, but he'll at least be happy at the way they've contained the opposition so far.
So we are where we began. The scoreline remains 0-0 at the break. And we are back underway. So the first half brought no goals. Vinicius Junior. This is promising. Xavi Alonso. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank.
That's a cracking pass to stretch the opposition.
Roberto Carlos. Dembele. Oh, that's an excellent interception. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Madrid clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
He's found a way through. Brilliantly cut out. Nice looking ball. Neatly clipped into space. Now it's Aubameyang. João Neves. Flamengo are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Zanetti getting this one clear. Quarter of an hour into the second half. And it's Neymar. Crunching tackle. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And they've got a throw. Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Well, I think both teams can help themselves massively with better movement up front, Peter. There's just not enough happening at the moment. And essentially, their job is to find space, and that needs to start happening.
Now, can they get him away? He's got away! Now, who's going to be first to this? Passes coming off in quick succession here. João Neves. Yamal. Chance here to counter. Now it's Vinicius Junior. Bale. This is a promising build-up. Lovely, now then. Vinicius Junior. Spread to the right. Yamal will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Threads one in. Dembele. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Passing is crisp and sharp. Looking for the run. Bale. Now this could be a chance. And it's Rijkaard. And it's Van Bouten. And that was nowhere near his best.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
This is it then, now or never.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Now that looks a decent ball. Great chance! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Aubameyang really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
El dorsal 11. El dorsal 20. Bale. El dorsal 22. Xavi Alonso.
Yamal!
Serán sustituidos por el dorsal
And one more try! Oh, he's done it! Well, would you believe that? Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Madrid look like they've won it, but it's not over yet.
Well, what an end to the game, Peter. But now comes the overwhelming question: how long is there left, including stoppages?
Fiore,
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Pedri, nicely weighted ball. Zanetti with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident. Goes looking wide. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Madrid have held on. They have doggedly... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So we're very much on the way now.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the final third whenever possible. This will, of course, ask an awful lot of the centre halves and the central midfielders, who'll need to drop into position and cover the spaces.
Now it's Cruyff. Has a look up and delivers.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now. A proven leader, a proven winner, and a talisman for both club and country, Peter.
Yeah, Gareth Bale is certainly all of those things.
You could almost say he's the perfect attacker, easily one of the fastest players around. And remember all that beautiful technical football that was done at speed, because he always had that pace in his game. And remember his aerial strength too.
Dembele! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Dembele really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Pirlo goes short. Brilliantly cut out. Madrid are looking to go forward now. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Cruyff. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And this is Cruyff. Shot at goal! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Japan have their second corner now. Shapes to shoot! It goes to show he is human after all.
Incredible. He had all the time in the world to pick his spot as well.
Aubameyang. Spread out to the left. And he's managed to get free. Lovely bit of skill. It'll be a throw-in. Bullet, renowned for his long-range shooting. Good running, strong and purposeful. He's shifting through the gears here. Bullet with an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
Well, you can't grumble when a player at least tries to make something happen.
That's a cute ball. Rui Costa. Rui Costa proves just a little bit. And the shot! Now, who's going to be first to this?
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Succumbs to the pressure. Madrid still without a single shot on target. Looking for options for movement. Cruyff looking to receive it in space. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Roberto Carlos. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. And it's Aubameyang. Turns back here, probably the best option. Quality ball. Looking tidy in possession here. Zambrotta. Neymar. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Pirlo. Oh, that's a great run he's made from deep. And this is Cruyff. Cruyff. And this is Dembele. There's the shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Rijkaard. Neither side giving way, it has been tight. And it's Dembele. This is a promising build-up. Bale. Real chance! That was superb goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And the chances keep on coming. They're awarded another corner. This their second corner of the game. Oh, this looks sharp. And now a sudden chance to counter. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great.
Oh, what has happened here? Roberto Carlos. And that is the end of the first half. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. Not too much so far to lift anybody off their seat.
Well, this will have given them a chance to look for any potential holes and weaknesses in the opposition. Something that will bear fruit once the teams come out again, I'm sure, Peter.
So it's simmered along nicely for 45 minutes, but still no goals. It is 0-0 at half-time.
Substitution for Japan, number 5.
So we're underway for the second half.
On the field is
Both sides defensively robust up to now.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And he was quick to react. Xavi Alonso. Zanetti. And it's Xavi Alonso. Zanetti. Passing is crisp and sharp. He'll try from distance. It's hit the upright. Stam clears without hesitation. Pirlo. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Now that looks a decent ball. He's on it. Can he get it? It's Alonso! He's keen, determined to have his say.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Neymar. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Well, they continue each to cancel the other out. Cruyff. Pass somewhat off target. Rijkaard. Well, that has not gone well. And here's Cruyff. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. He's having a good look here.
He could tee it up for someone else, but something tells me he'll have a go.
On it! What a save by Seaman! Dembele, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. And here's Aubameyang. Pirlo.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Aubameyang. Japan do have a chance to counter here. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
It's a good run down the right. And the ball is out of play.
Substitution for Japan. Number 9.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur.
Dembele. Number 4.
Chiellini.
Coming on the field. Number 8. Nedved.
Roberto Carlos.
7. Suarez. Number
Neymar.
17. Berbatov.
Chiellini. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
It's a pretty loose pass. And the counter is on. In the end, they found themselves penned in, nowhere to go. Can he latch on to this? No, he's not getting his way this time. And it's Xabi Alonso.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
He's in, must be! And he shoots! And that's a good finish. That could turn out to be a huge, huge goal.
Well, you can see what it means to all of them. A frustrating game, but now they have what they wanted, and they're rightly pumped and ready to go again.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
The first breakthrough.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Substitution for Japan. Number 25. Gianluca Zambrota. Coming on to replace him is number 7. Dennis Irwin.
Japan clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, sweet feet. Neither of these two want to come off second best. He is through here. Big chance! Goal! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line. The invitation was clear and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
Mbappe! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Well, at least they're showing some positive intent now, Peter. That's the sort of urgency that's required when you do go behind.
Corner number 3 coming up. That's really well cleared. Into the last 5 minutes. Rijkaard. And that has put paid to that. That's beautifully weighted. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Neymar. It's Vinicius Junior. Nedved does really well there, he is strong.
Has been indicated.
Oh, that's a foul, free kick's been given.